All right, so now we need to talk about the actual consultation itself. So we know now that the consultation, we've sat down, we've built some rapport, we've gone through our ESSA form. We know in the back of our mind that we need to paint a picture of the future, build a relationship, and solve the problems of the person in front of us. Now, we would give you a script, but our script isn't going to work for you because our clients are going to be different. So we've opted not to do that, but instead we're going to give you a structure of what you might consider when you're moving through your consultation. So your consultation is essentially going to be that Google form that you sent through earlier prior to them coming to meet you. So you should have every question that you would want to ask inside a consultation on that, so then you can review it and that becomes your consultation. So during a 30-minute session, majority of your time should be spent on the goals and obstacles. All right, so ensuring you know exactly what the client wants to achieve. And to do this, we'll need to ask lots and lots of follow-up questions. All right, we've got a couple of examples here, but you might want to write down a heap more. So we've got an exercise that comes up after this, is write down 10 typical goals you'll likely hear from your prospects and follow-up questions for each that will allow you to interpret the direct meaning of the statement. And then write your 6 problems that you're most likely to hear from prospects and do the same. How are you going to come back? How are you informed? What information are you going to be able to provide? What value are you going to provide? What follow-up questions are you going to ask inside of that space? That's not all going to be in front of you, but we write it down now, and then we're just going through that form, and you're just delivering it nice and flowy and not like reading off a script and writing things down. Take notes, definitely, but we don't want to be in a situation where you've got a clip chart and the client feels like that you're judging everything that's coming out of their face. So, for example, how does losing 10 kg really look like to you? What does losing 10 kg really look like to you? So someone might say, I want to lose 10 kilos, like we said earlier. Well, what does that actually mean? Is it a dress size? Is it a feeling? Is it a performance outcome? So like I picture I'm going to lose 10 kilos. What does that mean? Is it a flat stomach? Is it abs? What does that actually represent in their mind? Remember, when we speak, it's just sound that creates pictures in the other person's mind. Now, if we make sounds based on the picture that we have in our mind and the person on the other side of us doesn't have the same picture, it becomes very confusing because we're both seeing something different despite saying the same thing. So what does toned being mean? Is that abs or flat stomach? Maybe you can show me on a body fat chart. What resources can you bring in and be like, hey, what about, like, tell me on here so I can understand where we're at. What does stronger mean? Is it like be a powerlifter, or just like lifting your body weight and being more confident in day-to-day activities? What's one thing you can't do now that you wish you could? Actually tap into what the real problems are, not the surface level crap that people come up with straight away. Same with fit. What does being fit mean? What activities do you do at the moment and you don't feel fit doing it? Or is it a picture of what fit looks like? So maybe I want to be fitter, but that really just means dropping 2 dress sizes. I don't care if I can run or not. It's really important to hone in on these, all right? Then within the obstacles, you'll find that there's similar ones pop up all the time. So what you want to do is, with those 6 that you've listed, start just like generating like what some value adds and some solutions to those. Something that you want to definitely say is, oh, that's really common. What we do to fix that is, and then lay out a plan that shows value and how you usually go about that with your clients. I actually just did that with. Anecdotes are great in this environment. All right. So your objections, using anecdotes are going to be really, really powerful to be able to create that relationship with the person sitting across from you. Shows them that you've done this before and you understand and you know what's going on. So you spent 30 minutes with them. You've gone through your initial Google form that you went through. You spent a lot of time on their goals, even more time, hopefully, on their obstacles, providing a ton of value. If you're face-to-face, we're going to go out and do a wow session in the next session. If you're online, skip the wow session and go straight into the sales presentation. We'll see you there.